Hello, this is Barry, and you're watching Barry and the PI. Well, you see, I got my Pleasure Squad helmet on. I created Barry's Pleasure Squad when I found out that little fat dictator, Kim Jong-un, had 3 pleasure squads. I said, I can't let his little fat guy beat me out. So I created this. This is a native helmet. This is from the fruit of the calabash fruit. And it's very hard. Indigenous people used to wear this as a helmet during their battles when they went head hunting. So I was inspired to paint this by I forgot his name now. Jackson Pollock. Okay. Sometimes this brain's just a little slow in coming up with stuff. So I'm open for applications from pretty young ladies. So just let me know if you want to become part of my Pleasure Squad. Okay, I'll let this go now. Today's video is about, am I too old to move to the Philippines? Now my butter daddy's making a video. All right, go. What happens when you got 4 or 5 dogs around? If I think they're too old to move to the Philippines. Well, I was 75 or 76 when we moved here. Nida had said asked if I wanted to go back to the Philippines, and she knew I'd always wanted to. I didn't want to come back to the U.S. after we got married. And I said, yeah. And so we started making plans and selling all of our stuff. We both had a car, and they were paid off, and so made a little bit of money on that, and sold our furniture. Some of it we gave away to friends and family. And it didn't take us long to sell our house. We lived in Austin, Texas, which is one of the fastest growing cities in the U.S. And within 3 weeks, I had an offer, and a good offer too. So we did that, and flew from Austin to Los Angeles and on Southwest Airlines, and then from Los Angeles to Manila, direct flight on Philippine Airlines. And we were able to get to fly business class, and that was really nice. We did bring Lily here with us. Unfortunately, she had to fly in the freight, and but she made it through fine. So it's all really up to you, what kind of person you are, what kind of your personality you have, what interests do you have. I have a degree in anthropology, and I'm very comfortable in many different cultures and many different people. So I had no qualms about changing my life up. I knew I lived pretty well in the Philippines. We're in Austin. It's kind of, you had to watch what we spend our money on. So we did. We came here and we stayed in Manila for about 2.5 months while I processed my SRB, and Maida had to get her dual citizenship. So and we did it on our own. Wasn't too difficult except for the traffic in Manila. It's just horrible. And so we had family here. We finally decided that we were going to move in this area, because just a few miles down the road is Alfonso. And that's where our daughter and son-in-law and granddaughter and grandson live. And our grandson is a civil engineer, and so he was building houses, and so we had this house was almost finished. It still needed a lot of work. It was being built by a neighbor, and it was owned by a principal at Taranaki High School. And so we all got along real well. Maida, when she saw that, I want this kitchen to be better. So we had to get a guy in here specialized in kitchens, and they came in and rebuilt that kitchen for her, put in the island that she wanted, and made her happy. And we eventually moved in while they were still working on it. And we didn't have both windows in. We did have some screens, but those screens had holes and gaps in them. So we would get in these gumo flying ants for a while. I had a bunch of geckos in there, and they were eating those ants. Real big gecko, white with red dots, red spots. It's called a leopard gecko. And he was sitting, getting fat up there, sitting in a recessed light, and catching those ants. So it's up to you. How's your health? You're going to want to get to a place that has a good hospital, and the Gaitai has a good hospital. It's Tagay Medical Center, and so I can usually get an appointment to see a specialist or just a primary care doctor. Whether you're going to get a car or just depend upon trikes and jeepneys and buses to get around on. We bought a truck, and I had to go to Manila again to the LTO office to get that's the Land Transportation Office, to get my Philippine driver's license. And that took 2 trips there. One because my blood pressure was kind of high. The second time I had to come back and get another prescription for blood pressure medicine, and that got me down to where I passed the physical. And they just I took a picture, and 2 minutes later they gave me my license. Now it was my decision after driving for a short time here No, not drive. Oh, no. No, I came some real close calls. And so I said, nah, I'll let Maida drive. She can drive me over here to the girly bar. And uh, and also, I'm a veteran, so the VA clinic in Manila does some things for me. I can get a few medicines from them, but I get my blood test every 6 months, and that's free. So that saves me a little money. And I buy most of my medicines are cheap enough that it's not a real big expense for me to just buy it. Some Mercury drugs over here in Alfonso. And then, what things do you like to do? Me, I like looking around nature. And I've got nature all around me. You can find lots of different kinds of insects here that I've been trying to find a book so I can find out what they are. And there's birds. We get some really pretty birds in here. And get some lizards and geckos. They call me all the time, every afternoon. And over here saying, Barry, Barry. They go, Pickle, Pickle. So I enjoy just sitting out here, and it's cool. It's been overcast most of the day. We get this winds coming through here that are nice and cool off the oceans and the seas. And so we seldom have to use the air conditioner. At night is always real cool. And so those are the things you have to look at. Are you going to have enough money? If your budget is $500 a month, don't come. No. You should at least have a bare minimum about $1,500, I'd say. It's getting close to $3,000 a month now with the increases we got. So, I mean, it's a great place. There's lots of things to do. We just went to Iloilo to see one of the big festivals, and it was great. I enjoyed myself. Really impressed by Iloilo. That's a place, if you're looking for places, that would be a good place to move to. They do have pretty good ice hospitals. The government's very well run, it's clean, and people are happy there. So if you don't need chasing girls all the time, go out in the province. If you just want one-night stands with pretty girls, then go to Angeles City or Manila, and that's going to cost you. And but I mean, this living here, I mean, it's a lot better than say Angeles City, which is hot most of the time. But up here, it's cool most of the time. So take those things into consideration about where you want to live. And what kind of life you want to live. I'm perfectly happy. We've got a big yard. I've got all kinds of fruit trees and and tropical plants, and I like that. And I like just sitting out here watching the dogs play and chase people driving by or walking by. They just bark. That's all they do. Bark is more like, hey, stop in and give me some petting. That's what they want. So it just depends upon you and your health and your abilities to adjust, because this isn't like just living in America where you can just go over here to the barbecue joint or go get you a big steak down the street. And you got to have a lot of patience. It moves at a slower pace here in the Philippines. They're very laid-back people. They're very friendly and they're very helpful. So you just have to decide what kind of life you're going to live. And, we decided this is kind of the life I want to live. And I'm just perfectly happy here. We got our friends, family to go see, and we have them over all the time. Whenever we're going to go someplace for a few days, all we have to do is say, who wants to come and sit at our house and dog watch and feed the dogs? And so we don't have to take the dogs with us wherever we go. They'll just stay here and they get along fine with the people that in our family or even friends. Let's say all they want is somebody to pet them, or in Lily's case, throw something, blow a ball, or so she likes to play that way. So that's about it. I've rambled on enough now, and I hope this helps you make a decision. You're going to have a better life the more money you have. This house in this yard, that's got 1,000 square meters for liters. What did I thought about? I was thinking about beer. I need a liter of the Red Horse or something. Maybe I'll do another video on beer. So, all right, y'all take care. Have a great day, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Be sure to get vaccinations and take care of your family and your pets. There's Lily. She's on alert. Lily. She's intent on something over there. She spotted a herd. Oh, yeah. I got some lobster claws blooming. And on the other side is a powder puff dish that keeps. Life is good here. Y'all take care. We'll see you tomorrow.